Will these new rules, the new MLG variant rules, go into effect in Columbus?
I'm not too sure because the patch came out on Xbox. The patch that added it, the 1.5 S&D time and the 6.5 domination time limit, and that patch hasn't came out on PS3 yet. So I had an idea. I thought if they never actually patched the PS3s, then we would still be able to silent plant and defuse, which I think is huge. But at the same time, then we won't have the new rules. So I'm not sure if Sony is going to be able to patch the PS3s before Columbus, or if they're going to just be able to, give MLG a flash drive or something and let them individually patch every single one. So I'm not sure if that patch is going to be out in time for us to actually use the rules. I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed what you're talking about. When PS3 went down, I started to play some 360 and noticed I could not plan it silently, and it definitely changed how I played competitively.
Oh
And,
yeah, the game, that alone changed the game completely. I've been hearing lately that there's a new glitch to silent plant. I'm not exactly sure what it is yet, but people keep telling me that they've seen people silent plant or someone got a plant off without them hearing, but I'm not too sure.
hmm,
I'll look into it a little bit more, maybe post a video if I find out what exactly it is.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely. The new rules, what do you think about the new rules in general?
I'm not sure if you've played them yet, but I've played them a little bit. I think S&D, it's really good. It's really entertaining. I like the fact that when it's first to four and that's a best of seven in S&D, one mistake or two mistakes and you could be out completely. And plus, I think the fact that teams will be up 5-0 or 5-1 and the opponent team will come back, I think that's going to provide a lot of entertainment for the viewers. I think that would be insane to see someone on main stage come back from a 5-0, being down 5-0 and come back and win on the last map. That would just be insane, and I think the crowd would go crazy.
Yeah, that would
That's
be
what we
nuts.
need.
Yeah, definitely.
As far as domination goes, I think 7.5 second cap is better. It prevents teams from being able to just hide and wait for you to get on flags and jump out. Now they kind of have to predict where you're going because they need to be able to stop you either before you get on that flag or when you first get on that flag. Because if you get three people on there, that's little over 2 seconds, and it's gonna be capped so quick, and you don't even have time to throw a grenade. So I don't know. As far as the time limit goes, 6.5. I was fine with 8 minutes. I mean, it was 10 minutes in Call of Duty 4 for domination, but I understand they don't want it taking forever. And domination is probably the most boring game type to watch for the viewers. So they're just trying to shorten it, but kind of leave it in there just to give us a little variety of game types. So that's understandable, and I'm completely okay with that.
hmm And how about taking out Villa Dom and throwing in Hanoi S&D? Opinions?
Risky. I'm on their part. I'm not sure if that was the best approach, but I do understand that they wanted less dominations. They were even considering removing it in general, and we would have only been stuck with 2 game types, CTF and S&D. So the fact that they did add in another S&D, I'm fine with. I'm just glad it wasn't like radiation or launch or something like that. I'm okay with Hanoi. I can deal with that.
Definitely. And speaking on the new competition game mode on 360, do you play that much?
Yes, I have been playing it a ton. I've been live streaming a little bit lately, but yeah, I love it. I can't wait for it to be on PS3 because when my team gets off and I can't scrim with anyone, then there's really nothing to do. I mean, I can't really play pubs. It doesn't help me improve. It doesn't help me, increase my nades or, increase the chance of actually, pulling things off like the competition playlist does on Xbox. So I just can't wait for them to actually come out with that patch.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait for it either. I've been playing the competition like crazy. Just a little frustrating they throw those map packs in, but other than that, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to have the map packs in, and if you delete them from your hard drive, I don't think you can get them. But then, if you ever wanted to just play them, you can't. So, it's up to you.
hmm So, what is the comment you give to people who say things like, oh, well, pro gamers are just a bunch of no-lifers? How would you reply to that?
I mean, usually the people that say that are they're gamers themselves. I mean, majority of people around our age, younger generation are gamers themselves, and I just don't think it's respected yet. and they really don't understand, the money we make and the money that there is to be made. And once it's a little bit more public and down the line, I think competitive gamers and pro gamers are going to get a little bit more respect, and it'll start to change. But I mean, that goes with anything. You're going to have haters no matter what you do. It just means you're doing something right.
Definitely. And speaking on the issue of money, you definitely not getting into details or anything, but are there adult pro gamers out there making their entire living off of their competitive earnings?
Yes.
Definitely. Okay, that's
Yes.
awesome.
I mean, it's not just you look at the prizes, and they're not very large. You can go get a normal job and probably make just as much or more, but it's the sponsors and the deals and just everything else going on that these players are doing, and that's how they're making a living. But I can't really go into too much detail, but that it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's very livable.
Definitely. Yeah, that's the question I get asked a ton, and I'm glad to finally be able to answer that. Another thing, just two questions left.
Right.
What sort of moral advice would you give to someone out there who wants to go pro?
Well, for starters, I tweeted this out not too long ago because I've been getting a lot of aims and stuff about LAN events, and people are saying they're going to this event or they're not sure. And you need to understand that you can't just go to your first event and try to place pro. It may take a whole season, or it may take a couple events, or you might be able to pull it off your first event. But you got to look at it as an investment. You have to put the time in, you have to put the money in to actually be successful and make it. And it was a little bit easier for us because we started when it was just online, and all you had to do is have an internet connection and the game and a headset. And that's it. And now it's a little bit more of an investment, but I promise you guys, if you can put in the time and place and get there and get pro, it will pay off, and it's so worth it.
Awesome. Last question. So Stainville, when can I be expecting my invite to Team Envious? I'm just messing with you. You don't have to answer that.
I get that a lot too. I will say that Envious we're not just a GB team, we're not just a clan, we're an organization. If I'm not saying that you'll never have a chance. If we feel that we need more people to provide YouTube content or something like that, then we'll for sure be seeking that. But at the current time, we're not actually looking for anyone to recruit at the moment.
Yeah, I was just strictly joking with you. I know. I know
Alright.
you get that question about probably 100 times a day. So, anyways,
Alright, we're gonna close this out.
yeah, for
How much
sure.
time are we at?
We're at like 15 minutes over.
Alright, so the gameplay probably won't be that long, guys, so it'll probably be a graphic going on your screen right now, but if you're still listening, then thanks for being here, and I want to thank LuCKyy for allowing me to be on his channel as well, and I hope you guys enjoyed that.
All right.
Any closing words from you?
Yep. Thanks for watching. My name is LuCKyy. Later.